Welcome back, everyone, to the Outer Worlds, where we can report our findings on the investigation after finishing these 4 quests. Yeah, we're good. So, let's full screen this. Now I can see we're good. And let's go chat to Ludovico. With our findings.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true. Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Whoever murdered her used the needler.
The needler was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf.
I really think it might be him, you know.
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that. Make them suffer, Inspector.
Okay, so
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate. Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit. Yes, I know about the woolly cow. Constable Keene had Bertie's teammates arrested for unauthorized inebriation of livestock. Bertie himself was nowhere to be found during the incident. Ironically, if Keene had arrested him, he'd have the perfect alibi. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen?
I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else for me? Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find? Ms. Leyva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leaders. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
No, I think the Prophet's just a fucking idiot.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner. Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
I've looked into Cedric.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found. That doesn't surprise me. Cedric practically stole his way to Eridanos. He'll do everything in his power to keep you off his trail. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death? No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
This guy's really cold-hearted.
Inspector?
Oh, I have to make an accusation. J'accuse!
Tell me.
You did.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen? I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary. I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence. If you have no proof, then you have no case, and I have no further use for you. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you.
Oh, I thought we were
right
done,
now.
buddy.
Forget what I said. I'm renewing your contract as of this moment. Damn it. Someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
Think of this as an opportunity to teach Mr. Ludovico the importance of compassion.
God damn it, Max. Naked Hunch. Sealed?
What floor?
God damn it. I think he's the killer, you know. Everyone else has, like, if not alibis, then at least no motive or ground, no reasonable ground to suspect them. Like, the Prophet's just an idiot. Come on. I'm moderately psyched for Outer Worlds 2 that they announced. Definitely something I'm going to maybe look to pick up if I've got time. In terms of priority, it's probably like B rank though. It's like, yeah, I'd like to play it, but compared to things like Elden Ring, which is like easy S rank. Oh, there was a whole other thing here I haven't been to. I'm on my way.
Feels good. Just want to be your friend. Oh. Look at us.
Ready, Mario? We good. I've really not struggled for ammo or supplies or anything in these DLCs. I definitely remember back in the base game having to occasionally rebuy ammo. But it's just not been a thing, has it, in this one? And how many Adrenos we got? Like 179. I was just making sure. So we've got loads of healing as well, which... So unless I get into a firefight I can't handle, I can heal through a lot. Wait, so if this is a distillery, can I get the last Spectrum vodka maybe I'm missing? So I think it's either violet or indigo we're missing. Indigo. Well, hello there.
Never felt so damn good in my life.
Oh. I'm sorry. Was I not attentive to your needs enough? This place looks whack.
Gosh, it's actually kind of cheerful. Almost makes you forget they're probably hiding a terrible secret in there.
Oh, fuck. Said, you know, I just said I could heal through shit ton.
Feels good. Feels fine. I just wanted to make you smile.
Oh, you just got fucking gunned down. Bang, bang. I'm just having a poke before we poke around before we go into the main building. Hopefully we can find something worth my while.
Death hands, Captain.
Take all of that. Right, I think we just head in. Oh, in fact, hold on. Is there another door? Distillation station. What's the difference between this entrance and this entrance? Stop janking, game. Quit it. We'll go for the entrance it wants us to go to. So with this being a distillery, I really hope there is the vodka I need, and we can get the whatever the weapon is. Whether it's a science weapon or a unique weapon. I'm assuming it's science, because a lot of science weapons on this game do have quests related. This incidental music is actually quite cool. Does its job very effectively. Right, I'm going to grab a drink while it's loading. One sec. Just the second that I mute my mic that it fucking... Right, okay. Down.
Not a peep for me.
Ooh. Sealed. Holy fuck, Halsey and Helen.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders? Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Vaporwave industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Are you serious? Halcyon Helen's got a twin sister? I mean, yeah, it's obvious. You know, if you think about it.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
Call me a murderer all you like, Inspector, but I'm no coward. I bloodied my hands to save this colony. I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
Wow, this guy is just a fucking straight up monster.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy. The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes. That doesn't surprise me at all. He was on Ludovico's side, just like the others. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, They were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot. You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Sounds good to me. Let's get out of here.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Race against the clock. Or not. So many useless items in this game is a problem as well. Oh, fucking environmental damage. Okay. No, I don't need a perk point.
There. I've opened that door. Try find that switch down there. That's a good idea.
Sealed.
We made it. Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies, fat and wriggling with vital energy. You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. Clearly a woman of many talents. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move. See you soon, Inspector.
A ladder to Eridanos. That bitch Ludovico tried to kill me. Ooh, you son of a bitch. So I'm going to go around the front exit. It's a distillery. There's got to be, like, vodka lying around. Burbage free 1000. Yeah. So I've got level up available. Or is it just a perk point? Just grab that. I'm not too fussed. So where is the front door? This has got to be it. This has got to be where we find Spectrum. Is it indigo or violet I'm missing? I keep fucking forgetting. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this is the thing I want them to improve on most. The loading screens between areas for Outer Worlds 2. I know it's better on PC, but obviously it's just so much more noticeable on a console, and it's just disappointing. Because this is like PS3 era loading screens. Nanospank. So let's have a poke around. We're on the look for... Receptionist is dead. My hacking skill is too low. Take a free Adreno.
That's a fancy way to say smash.
Give me the bottles. Spectrum red. Spectrum brown. Nice, we got all the variants.
You can have my samples, Captain. I'm gonna pass on the mild.
I'm just gonna grab these. Nice, we can go get our fucking quest done. Sealed. So we sealed from going any further unless this is the way.
Wow, nice work.
Okay, go quiet.
Okay. Last area. I think we're sealed off from going any further. Spectrum Brown, Spectrum Brown, Spectrum Brown. Nice. So let's go claim our unique weapon. Couple of fast travel. Well, there's going to be a few fast travels. I do apologise about this in advance. I don't control it. If it was up to me, there would be no loading screens. Okay, so just put the quest on. End of the spectrum. And hopefully our map allows us to fast travel without being a dick this time. But no, I'm super pumped for some of the stuff that's showing at E3. I think there's the Nintendo and Ubisoft thing today, isn't there? So that'll be interesting as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Not Ubisoft, Capcom. Capcom. Is it too much to hope for like a Monster Hunter World 2? I know it's not likely because Monster Hunter Rise is still quite recently new. But it'd be nice to know they're considering following on it. It made very good business sense for a Monster Hunter World 2, given how well it did. Fucking loved that game. I spent so many hours on that game. I think I'm somewhere in the region of 200 hours on that game. Not entirely sure, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think the only games I've probably played slightly more are, obviously, Final Fantasy XIV. And maybe Civilization 6. Of games of the, you know, recent years. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So I know it's a lot of loading screen, but we should get some results. Come on, come on, come on. So it is that way. All these dead lad techs. Dr. Blossom corpse has not been cleaned up. Open case. Spectrum Gatling.
Rizzo's made a Gatling gun. Seems a mite unnecessary.
Eh. 140 DPS. That seems really low. Two shots a second. Oh. Alternating damage type with each shot. I wonder if it's upgradable. Oh well, we got it. Enough done. One more unique weapon in the bank. Nice. But yeah, it does look like it's going to be another good year for gaming. It's been a little quiet the last few months, admittedly, in terms of things I'm particularly interested in. Goddamn game. I want to find an actual weapon, enemy to test this weapon on. Gotta be someone that's just asking for it. You're not hostile. Come on. Someone wants to get their ass clapped. You will do. Alright, it's actually pretty good. Just takes a while to start firing.
Not gonna let no one bring me down. Wanted to make you smile. I wanna be your friend.
Quit it. Right. Let's go a little further to the penthouse. So much fast travel. Many wow. It's such a nice day today. It was blazing hot yesterday, but it's relatively cool today. It's clear outside. Don't get me wrong. But there's a nice breeze, and it's not overcast, but it's not cloudy. If you get what I mean, it's just nice. You got some explaining to do.
Strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda. Belinda and I practically shared a life. Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence. I appreciate the sympathy, Inspector. Thank you. I'll appreciate your help even more. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not gonna sit idly by. If he can't use Spectrum Brown to infect the colony, he'll resort to some kind of backup plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. The prototype had the opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites. This is Halcyon. Everyone's already miserable. A little more despair isn't gonna make a difference. We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Perea spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of Sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the Wilderness Reserve if I were you. I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom's notes. Here's what I understand. Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and parasites they carry. It's one reason why you'll see them in every corner of the colony. Dr. Blossom experimented with sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune to the parasites. That's probably when she decided to switch to human testing. You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises. I borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. Used the ingredients to synthesize an antiparasitic. I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. We'll hijack the control system and disperse the cure into the atmosphere. That should kill off most of the parasites.
Yeah, give me your gun.
Are you worried I'm gonna shoot you in the back? You're right. You do deserve the spotlight. Here. You take good care of my Needler, and it'll take good care of you.
Ooh, trophy.
There is one other thing. While you're at Perea's spaceport, have a word with Cedric Kincannon. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. We could use him on our side. Best of luck, Inspector. I'm counting on you. I'm not accustomed to talking about Belinda, but I'm also not accustomed to the kind of sympathy you showed me earlier. So I'll make an exception for you. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen, but she was also the only person who knew the real me. To the rest of the colony, I'm Halcyon Helen, but to my sister, I was just Ruth. I could be myself around Belinda, and she could be herself around me. She was my only sister, but she was also my only friend.
I'll be your friend.
No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. She could slip into the role of Halcyon Helen, attend social events on my behalf, perform a few stunts, deliver a few lines. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, all she had to do was slip out of the role and be my sister again. She was the secret twin. She had a comfortable life in the shadows, an easier life. I made sure of that. What I want is my sister back, but I'll settle for killing Ludovico. I'm glad I could satisfy.
Right. I think we go speak to Cedric, and then we probably have another break. Does mean a couple of loading screws, but damn, we're getting shit done. We might even do a third one today just to get the game well and truly wrapped up. I quite like the idea of that. Come on. Fecking Lord. So we've got shitloads of options. But it does feel like we are, if not on the last quest, then the one before. Oh, don't do this to me. Thank you. That's another thing that for Outer Worlds 2 they need to fix. Because having objective markers for quests block fast travel is a bit of a pain to play around. It's not the end of the world, of course, but it would be nice for a fix to be in place. Oh, right. That's what I get for daydreaming. No. Oh, as if we've got fucking... Ah! I don't mind, but the thing is, we've been streaming like 44 minutes and probably about 6 minutes have been loading screens. Doesn't help when you've got to nip around the map. Do apologise for swallowing a bit today. It's just... Yeah. Wentworth High Society. The finest cigarettes in Halcyon. So we're going to recruit Cedric to our side. I knew it wasn't him. Oh, this takes the piss though, doesn't it, really? Got half an eye on what I'm going to have for food later as well. I've got some interesting options. Nice brisk turn.
Heads up, boss! I can't hear you! Come here!
Whoa, that hurt! Dodge, 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 dodge. Reload. Everyone's just going mad. Under attack. So many hostiles. Well, this gun does such little damage.
Trying to infect me with your...
I just wanted to make you smile!
Fucking hell, this step up. Robot cud. Why is everywhere sealed? Where's Cedric? Find him! Find him! There he is. Crazy fuckers everywhere.
Here they come! I can't hear you! Alright, here we go! I just want to be your friend!
Ah, he's holding himself up in his warehouse. Very smart. But everyone's going batshit insane. Come on, 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 come on. Killing the tension a bit here. Jacques!
Law, how'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah? And not one of them?
Cedric, we need to talk.
Inspector, you made it. Well done. I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. My apologies. Regardless, you must have some purpose here. Do tell.
Ludovico.
Oh, my. You mean Lou was up to no good this whole time? To be so uncynical. But tell me, why should I help you, Inspector? Could I encourage you to pause and take a deep breath? I can see. You can expect slug support. I'll arrange for my agents to meet you at the distillation station. I'll do that. I think one of our checkpoint guards is going through a divorce. As thrilled as I am to assist you in taking down Lou, we have barricaded ourselves in here for a reason. I imagine you have a plan for getting out of the spaceport safely? Are you really? Inspector, you are a marvel. Excellent work. I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. To see them restored will be a great weight off my soul. Thank you. Coincidentally enough, Slug can supply you with Essence of Sprat. Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman, you remember her? There's a package on the desk in her office. Quite. It would... Now then, is there anything...
We don't need to tell him about Helen's involvement. Essence of Sprat.
Essence of Sprat? You,
Hey, Inspector! Is that what it was? It just showed up in one of our shipments, but I couldn't find a record of anyone ordering it. Say, what's it for?
I'm going to save the
No
colony.
kidding. Gosh,
Again.
I hope it works. A lot of good people have been infected. Also, thanks for getting the Essence of Sprat off my desk. That stuff reeked. I can't complain. Still slug-free. That is, I'm still slug, obviously, but I haven't been slugged. You know what I mean. You too, Inspector.
Beautiful. So what's my next plot? Collect an egg pod. So what I'll do is I'm going to fast travel out of the spaceport. Pardon me, I've got a bit of hiccups. And we'll pick it up in 20 minutes. I'm just going to quickly have a quick break. And then we'll just play to... hopefully we can get it all finished. And get the DLC wrapped up. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good night.